99% of mid lane builds will have the same 3 staple items. Wraith Leggings built 2nd, Caustica built 4th, and Oblivion Crown built last. Wraith Leggings gives you bonus damage on low HP targets as well as move speed if you hit them with abilities. Caustica is the only percentage based magical penetration item in the game, and Oblivion Crown is the ultimate endgame damage spike. So, in this video I'm going to go over which crest to choose and what your first and third item should be for each of these mid laners. Let's go.
Tried my best just to catch a fucking smile, but for now I see myself ain't hitting the 35. Wait for days.
Starting off with Iggy and Scorch, they are the easiest to build. For your crest, you can go either Soul Bearer for the shield, magical lifesteal and move speed, or you can go Epic for the stasis. Stasis makes you invulnerable for a few seconds, but you cannot attack as well, so it's a really good item to stall with. For your first item for Iggy and Scorch, go Megacosm. A common trend you will notice is non-bursty mid laners generally start with Megacosm. This item works well especially if the hero is damage over time oriented. For your third item, build Dreambinder to slow enemies down with your abilities. This will give you more control over enemies that engage on you too easily. Dreambinder gives you a huge amount of magical power, a good chunk of extra health, and 15% tenacity. Tenacity in this game means resistance to crowd control effects. This includes slows, stuns, knockups, etc. Moving on to another dot hero, Morigesh. Her build is exactly the same as Iggy and Scorch. For your crest, I recommend Epic. The few seconds of stasis will allow you to stall out time in order for your abilities to come back off cooldown. Defensively, this can be used to counter enemy ultimates. Because Morigesh is a damage over time oriented hero, Megacosm is the way to go for your first item. The third item is still going to be Dreambinder. This will allow you to gap close easier or disengage when needed. Now it's time for Countess. For your crest, I recommend Obelisk. Obelisk works on not only lane minions, but jungle camps, river buffs, objectives, and even other heroes. Just remember to stack this every chance you get as it has a very short cooldown. Your first item is going to be Combustion, giving you the biggest spike for lane pressure. Your third item is going to be Spirit of Ymir. Countess has the highest base move speed out of the other mid laners in the game at 680. With the 3% move speed increase along with Wraith Leggings, these items allow you to outspeed all other mid laners. It's loaded with stats Countess loves, a good chunk of magical power and magical lifesteal, either of which gets boosted depending on where your positioning is on the map. Lastly, with this item in conjunction with Caustica, you will also never run out of mana, and with your passive giving you even more magical lifesteal, you turn into a sustained demon on the battlefield. When building Spirit of Ymir, build this side of the tree since Blood Tome gives you quick access to more magical lifesteal. When building Wraith, you'll need lots of physical power unlike the rest of the roster in this video. Pick Witchstalker for your crest if your enemy mid laner is a Fae. Otherwise, pick Ortis. For your first item, start with Mindrazor. When you do, you need to build this side of the tree in order to get Soul Chalice and start stacking that up as soon as possible. For Wraith's second and third item, you can choose between Omen, Painweaver, or Vanquisher. Whichever you want, but choose 2 out of these, and the other one you will build last. Omen allows you to massively reduce your cooldowns, Painweaver gives you lots of movement speed, and Vanquisher is one of the most popular ADC items because of the chance to execute. Your fourth item will be Perforator. This is your Caustica basically, as it gives you percentage based physical penetration. Next up, we have Belica. She is one of the easiest to build. For her crest, you can go either Obelisk, Soul Bearer, or Epic. All of these are viable options. Obelisk makes you stronger and stronger as long as you remember to stack it every chance you get. Soul Bearer gives you sustained fighting, and Epic can come in clutch to stall in time for your Seismic Assault to come off cooldown. For your first item, Combustion complements your bursty playstyle and gives you so much kill pressure in lane it's almost unfair. For your third item, go with Megacosm, as this will allow you to melt high HP targets such as tanks and objectives. Howitzer has 2 very viable crest options. I recommend either Epic or Obelisk. Epic can help you stall mid-air for about 11 seconds if used correctly with Howie's R2000 missile and ultimate. Stacking Obelisk is very easy thanks to his passive. Just remember to stack it every chance you get. The first item is Combustion. This damage spike will increase your kill pressure in lane. For your third item, build Spirit of Ymir if the enemy team lacks frontliners and magical resistance. Otherwise, build Megacosm. Spirit of Ymir is amazing on Howie. He has a base move speed of 655. This item in conjunction with Wraith Leggings will allow you to swiftly maneuver midair. Again, if you are building Spirit of Ymir, build this side of the tree since Blood Tome gives you quick access to magical lifesteal. The next mid laner is someone I mentioned a lot in my support build video, the Fae. For her crest, Epic is the way to go. For your first item, build Azure Core if you're not dealing with an enemy Belica. Otherwise, build Megacosm first, which is a much stronger option. If you decide to build Azure Core, build the side of the tree for Alchemical Rod in order to start stacking it. However, you don't need to complete it to Azure Core right away. You can start building Wraith Leggings, and by that time you may have 400 stacks, so go ahead and upgrade to Azure Core if you want. Now for her third item. Supports, assassins, and ADCs run crests that can cleanse them to negate your ultimate, but there is an item that can help you around that. For your third item, build Astral Catalyst. Reclamation, Witchstalker, and Liberator all have a 2.5 minute cooldown, while Fae's ultimate is on a minute 45 second timer at level 2 and a minute 30 second timer on level 3. Astral Catalyst is what you need in order to have a timer advantage over all 3 of these cleanses. For Gadget, I have 2 very good builds depending on the enemy team. If the enemy team has a Fae or a Gideon, run Soul Bearer. Otherwise, you can build either Epic or Obelisk. Epic works very well with her kit and can be used to counter many key ultimate abilities. An Obelisk can grant you massive power for later stages of the game as long as you stack frequently. For your first item, if the enemy team has a Belica, build Orb of Growth. This item will allow you to scale without drastically increasing your mana for the enemy Belica to use against you. Otherwise, build Azure Core. Be sure to build this side of the tree in order to get Alchemical Rod as soon as possible, but don't fully upgrade to Azure Core until you reach full stacks. For your third item, if your crest is Epic or Obelisk, build Megacosm. Otherwise, if your crest is Soul Bearer, run True Silver Bracelet instead. True Silver Bracelet will allow you to win the ultimate trade versus a Gideon and a Fae. When they use their ultimate, drop your ultimate and True Silver Bracelet will grant you crowd control immunity for a few seconds, essentially nullifying their ultimate. You'll still get damage but won't be pulled by either abilities. And last but certainly not least is Gideon. For Gideon, choose Soul Bearer if the enemy team comp has 3 or more ways to stop your ultimate with their stuns. Otherwise, build Obelisk in order to have a massively powerful ultimate after a key stun from your enemy goes on cooldown. For your first item, there's no better power spike than Combustion. This is the largest power spike you'll get from a first item in the game for mages. It gives you a ton of kill pressure alongside a ton of lane pressure. All you need to do is watch the timer on the bottom right very closely to use it to its full potential. For your third item, it will depend on what you choose for your crest. If you chose Obelisk, build Megacosm. If your crest happens to be Soul Bearer because the enemy team has so many ways to stop your ultimate, your third item is going to be True Silver Bracelet. When Soul Bearer is activated after your ultimate, the shield you will get will stack on top of the shield coming from your True Silver Bracelet. This will allow you to execute a full duration of your ultimate in a team fight. You will be immune to crowd control effects, including Silentium, as long as the shield from True Silver Bracelet is still active. With this build strategy, you will have a shield that protects you from stuns and another shield to protect your first shield. But that's enough out of me. I want to know what you think. Leave a comment below. Leave a like if you haven't already. It helps me make more content like this. If you like my content, consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching and I'll catch you on the next Predecessor video. MedKit out.